Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Ainsworth, and we're going to get into a pretty cool lesson here on how to multiply any number by 11 in your head without a calculator. But I want to use a calculator just for a moment here to see if you guys can see a pattern in the results. I'm going to take some two-digit numbers here and I'm multiplying by 11 and look at the results and try to find a pattern here. So, for example, 45 times 11. All right, you get 495. And one example is obviously not enough to see a pattern here, but look at the number here, 45, and look at your answer here, and keep on doing that. Look at the number, then the answer, and the number, then the answer, and try to find a pattern here. I'm going to take 23 times 11. We get 253. Look at the number 23 and look at 253 and see if there's a pattern there. All right, let me do it a few times here. Let's take 51 times 11. Look at the 51, look at the answer here. You'll notice the digits are included here, and there's something going on here. Let me do it one more time. Let's take, I don't care, 80, we'll go 81 here. So 81 times 11. Look at the answer there. One more time. Let's take 70, not 72. Let's go in the, haven't done one of the 60. So 60, 62 times 11. Look at the number and look at the answer. There's a pattern there. Okay, and what I want to do is talk about that. Notice that the number 62 is included in here in the answer, but there's a third digit and it's in the middle. So what's the pattern between 2 and the number 23 times 11 and the answer 250? And look at 51 times 11, it's 561. Well, if you look at the middle digits here, they're always the sum of the hundredths digit and the units digit. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 8 plus 1 is 9. 6 plus 2 is 8. Okay? When you take a number, a two-digit number here, and multiply by 11, you simply add the digits and insert it in the middle. All right? And then the question is, what happens when the sum's bigger than 9? We'll talk about that in a minute. So let me illustrate the idea here. So let's take a few examples here. We could take 54 times 11 here. And of course, you don't want to line it up and do it the old-fashioned way. No, no, no. You want to take a look at the digits, 5 and 4, split them, leave a space in the middle here. All right, and you want to add the digits here. You want to add these two. So add digits. Okay, obviously 4 plus 5, or 5 plus 4 is equal to 9, okay? And so you insert the 9 in here, so you get 594. So notice the answer there, you get 594. So 54 times 11, we'll just work it out here. 54 times 11, 594, okay? So the answer is 594. So all you do is sum or split the number, add the two digits here, the hundredths place and the ones digit, and insert it. So let me do a few of these. So let's take another number. Let's say 51 times 11. Okay, so you take 5 and 1, split the number 51. 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 1 is obviously 6, and insert it in the middle. So the answer is 561. So 51 times 11. Notice that's 561. One more time. 45, let's say. 45 times 11. What would that be? Well, you split the number 45. 4 plus 5 is obviously 9. Okay, you get 495. Then the question is, how do you do that when the sum's bigger than 9? Because I said insert it in the middle, right? And that's a single digit. So how do you do that? So let's go over that as well. So let's take another example, or a few examples actually, where the sum's bigger than 9. So how do you insert that? Because you can only insert a middle digit, right? So let's take 76 times 11. This is a good example. So 76, let's split the digit here, or split the number here, add a space. 7 plus 6 is obviously 13. All right, now so here's an example where you can't just insert 13 in the middle because it's a single digit, right? So what you do is you got to carry the 1 to the 7 to make it 800 and not 700. So basically you have to do this in your mind. And you get 836. So you have to carry the 1 in your mind and add 100 to the 700. Basically, you have to increase the hundreds place by 1. So the answer is 836. And when you get good at this, combining or adding 1 to the hundreds place, that's easy. You just think 7 plus 6 is 13, so you know the middle digit's 3. So something, 3, 6. And then 7 plus 1 is 8, 836. So let's just verify that. Okay, so you get 76 times 11. Yeah, 836. Let's do it again. Let's take a few more, look at some different numbers here. 48 times 11. Okay, now 4 plus 8 is 12. 4 plus 8 is 12. So what you want to do is mentally combine the numbers here. You're going to increase the 100 digits by 1, so you get 500. And in the middle digit's got to be 2, so 528. So you have 528 here. Oops, let me clear this. So you got 48 times 11. And that's 528. All right, so let's do it a few more times just to get some experience here. Let's take 37 times 11. Okay. So 3 something and then 7. So split the number. 3 plus 7, obviously 10. So you get 407. Okay, and when you get good at it, you got to visualize. This is all done in your head. Okay, that's what you do when you get good. Let's just verify this. 37 times 11, get 407. One more time, just visualize it now. Okay, so check this out. If you get, let's say 80, 85, let's say, times 11. So visually, in my mind, I'm doing this. I know 8 and 5 is 13, so the middle digit is 3, but you got to increase that by 1. So I'm thinking 935. Okay, 935, that's what I'm thinking. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, 85, whoops, let me type the numbers in right. All right, times 11. Look at that, 935, excuse me. Why did I write 936? I meant 935. I said it right, but I wrote it down wrong. So 935 here. Okay, so you add the 13, you get 935. End digit has to be a 5 in this case. And that's all there is to it. So let's pass out the 5-minute activity here. And this is the first of a few lessons here of how to multiply by 11 the quick and easy way. All right? This is Ainsworth signing out. I'll see you in my next lesson. Bye-bye.